Service and high technology, early setup and work on innovation. So this is the strategies of the entrepreneurs when there is a need to develop anything, whether it would be the agrarian society, whether it would be industrialized industry, whether it's a mature industry, whether it would be technology related to the services or high technologies when it comes to the new products. So this is how the strategies to be made and prepared by the entrepreneurs according to the phases of the development, step by step. Now, what would be the problems faced by the MSME in India? The first one is financial assistance. There's a lack of banks who always provide the loans at an attractive interest rates to the entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurs is always enjoy the doorstep banking, customized product, comfortable repayment tenure, and much more, which is actually lacking in it. Marketing is always one of the crucial part or sector for the large scale businesses. Inconsistent marketing efforts yield no results. So when it comes to the small scale businesses, lack of resources like time, money, skilled employees, which is really impossible to have or work on such enterprises. So to overcome such situation, NSIC, National Small Industries Corporation, has come up under the Ministry of MSME so that they can have a frequent workshops to train enterprises in online and offline marketing of their products and services. Technology is also the one of the major drawback here, because the most of the you can say micro and small scale industries, they cannot have enough funds to buy the equipments, so automatically they use the stale and obsolete technology and keeping up with the new age world. So India is almost the third largest pool of technological trained manpower. So it is very important to adopt a new technologies. But unfortunately, the lack of access to IT education due to the technological gap is the biggest factor of a lacking of awareness about the technologies, which reduces the willingness to invest in advanced tech solutions. Next one is upskilling. Skilled employees are really much essential for a growth of the businesses. And multinational companies always understand the often job of and online training, you can or online and on the job trainings at the centers of their functioning. So unfortunately, small sales sectors are actually lacking in it, as their empowered are actually not technological advanced, not trained and are not only taking a hit on the small scale sectors negatively. Business expertise. Entrepreneurs may have a subject matter expertise relevant to their goods and services, but actually they are lacking the experiences to run an enterprise smoothly. So they include funding, financing, tracking sales, managing input, output cost, and also need to have an expertise on such parameters by the entrepreneurs as well. Procurement of raw materials, and the prices of raw materials are actually increased since the beginning of the COVID-19. So NSIC, National Small Industries Corporation, they runs a raw material assistance scheme which always helps the small businesses so that they can finance the purchase of raw material, both indigenous for the domestic and import purposes. Hiring. MSMEs struggle to hire skilled and competent manpower. So automatically, when there is a lack of name recognized candidates are more less for such poor job posts, and ultimately they will lose the right candidate. Innovation. The rate of changes is automatically accelerating rapidly. So the creativity innovation has always been increased in this change process for the survival of the organizations. So businesses always become or becoming a knowledgeable based, and their success survival is directly related to the creativity, innovation, discovery, and inventiveness. So MSME will have to learn this process of innovation day to day to remain in a competitive environment. Next one is stiff competition from gate businesses. So small scale enterprises face a very tough competition from their global counterparts due to the liberalization or the domestic procedures due to the immense scales of operations. So automatically governments always plays a very important roles and come up with protective schemes for such small scale enterprises, and the competition remains one-sided by and large scale. The next one is overall management. Inadequate management skills will always hamper the MSME enterprises, as there is a lack of competition. Even the successful business having lacking in and having an inadequate management skills, so automatically they will lose the business. So it is very important a successful business must to grow workforce, how they will meet up the customer needs, manage the stock, deal with the new customers, keep up the supply chain running, and sustain the company culture. That successful entrepreneurs must have these qualities to maintain in an organization. But unfortunately, entrepreneurs are under lacking in it. They don't have enough adequate management skills and face numerous problems when the business expands on a large scale. Now we can come up to the role of government in MSME development. The first government role is the government of India come up with a few schemes which always helps in the MSME development. The first one is Atmanirbhar Bharat. So Atmanirbhar Bharat were already a part or parcel of the Indian planning process since 1976. Hence, the Prime Minister of India launched the Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme following this crisis. Following this schemes. So, Prime Minister of India has launched this scheme following this crisis, is trying to make India more self-reliant to recover from it, and he has always focused developing a self-reliant India. They always encourage the new entrepreneurs to come up with their ideas, to plan, to set up and run the enterprises and learn the follow-up schemes under the MSME enterprises so that they can grow their businesses and become a self-reliant entrepreneur businesses. And in this way, the aim of the scheme is always to develop a self-reliant India. Next one is the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. It was launched in 2015, and within 2 years, more than 1.8 crore jobs were generated due to the loans or business generated, that is Mudra. And through such schemes, there are plenty of enterprises under the Ministry of MSME where they provide the more and more jobs who are actually unemployed, and the enterprises who don't have enough money or loans to grow their businesses, they use such Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana so that using up such funds, they can grow their businesses, they can generate more and more employment opportunities to all those people in urban and rural areas through such scheme called Mudra. Next one is national manufacturing competitiveness. When we talk about national manufacturing competitiveness program, it was initiated or it was launched in 2007 to 8 to support or to help such enterprises, that is MSMEs. So there were 10 schemes as listed which were drawn up under National Manufacturing Competitiveness Program, and 10 scheme which is listed or which are the main components of the program, such as marketing support or assistance to MSME, support for entrepreneur and manageable development of MSME, and so on. So there are so many, you can say 10 schemes, as two are the examples of it, and the 8 schemes are all more. That is marketing support, finance support, credit facilities are available in rural areas, industrial support. All these supports are always available under the scheme and under the program that is called the National Manufacturing Competitiveness Program. The next one is credit linked capital subsidy for technology upgradation. So under this scheme, government always provide a 15% subsidy for investment up to 1 crore. So those enterprises, whether it would be the micro enterprise or small enterprise or medium enterprise, the government always provides a 15% subsidies if any of the enterprises invest up to 1 crore on upgrading the technologies for startups and MSME in India. And at present, more than 7,500 products and services are covered under this scheme. So when we talk about this scheme is always work on those enterprises who are actually invest something or more than a crores into upgrade the technologies for their startups, for in developing a new product, for inventing a new product, improving a new product, and the MSMEs, the enterprises were actually working on the investment to upgrade their technologies in India. This particular subsidy is well beneficial for all those enterprises using the one of the scheme, that is credit linked capital subsidy for technology upgradation in it. And in fact, more than 7,500 products that are already being covered under this scheme. That means the new products who actually need highly or upgraded technology, such scheme is helpful, and the government has provided a 15% subsidy for such investments, which is up to 1 crore or more. So these are the four main scheme, which is a role of the government, or the government plays a very significant role in the MSME development, whether in terms of Atmanirbhar, whether in terms of Mudra Yojana, whether in terms of capital competitiveness scheme, or whether it comes to the next one is credit linked capital subsidy schemes, so that they can upgrade their technologies on the new products. That's it for today. Thank you so much for listening this lecture. I will come up to a more interesting and important topics in the upcoming session, in the upcoming blog. So till time, thank you and namaste to all.